It's the largest settlement that black people out of America settled in. Nobody was able to accomplish that. But me, period. How about that? How about that? We need the lights down. We're King Simon out there. King Simon!
He just said he needs the lights.
All right, there you go.
Call Victor. What's the time? Call Victor. Call Victor.
Yo, quiet and run down. Polight's my baby home, but he's about to get this work. Alright, let's go. Case file 00001 indictment of brother Polight. Y'all ready for this? Go, next slide. Polight is talking about chronology. Anybody know about John Henry Clark? Take the book right here. Dr. John Henry Clark, An Overview of Black History. If we read it here, he says approximately 6,000 years ago, the ancient Egyptians became conquerors and rulers of upper and lower Egypt.
Divine, hold on. Yo, family, come on, man. Let this brother get it in. Yo, it's back.
Turn his mic up.
In the back. We need y'all to quiet down now.
His mic is fine.
Hold on.
The dynamic period lasted about 6,000 BC until 300 BC. These dynastic periods were divided into four main groups: the Old Kingdom, Middle Kingdom, and the Empire Dynasty. Now, they just finished getting on us about chronology. But here's Dr. John Henry Clark saying that, oh, Egypt is much older than what the white Egyptologists is telling you. Next slide, let's go. I didn't get a chance to go in with my second, but if y'all want to know about the Exodus, which they didn't touch yet, I want you to go watch this movie called Exodus. I had a video clip for fair use, educational purposes. I was going to play the clip, then they gave me a chance to cut my time. It's all good. I want you to go watch this movie. Now put that to bed. Next, let's go. Well, Polight, right? Trying to break down the imagination. That's my dude, right? You're going to see what he says about the imagination.
Right? And now this is the flat part right here. You're going to love this part right here. With this part right here, this is how you define or identify rock. Circle and the center. Okay? What better way to identify someone as prominent, as a creator, as putting this center here from which all existence would represent rock. This is very important. This line right here, under here. We're going to talk about this soon. All right. This is where his question arises, right?
All right, look. I can't play the rest of the clip, but what he's saying here is he's telling you, based on what he heard from the Hebrew side, saying that Amun-Ra is an invisible force of nature. But one thing that Polight didn't show you is something that's very easy in imagination. It's called a determinative. Now, he didn't tell you that the determinative is something that does not have a phonetic sound, but it gives you an indicator in regards to what you're talking about. So if you look here, the God Ray is seated here, right here. That indicates a deified ancestor called Ra. He missed that part. I don't know what happened to that, but let's move on. Determinatives are non-phonetic lists which give extra information about the meaning of words, distinguish homophones, and serve as word dividers. When you go back, we got that video, it's called something about Mundunter. I want you to go back and see that Polight missed to give y'all the determinative. Let's move forward. This is more information on Rock, can't go into it. Polight said when you see that stick in the middle, it means A, B, and C. That's called a logogram because it's telling you to take it literally. And if you take the sun literally, you also have to look at the determinative that tells you what the representation of the sun means, and it's whether it's a deified ancestor called Ra. Let's move forward. I got a lot of time. Look, enslavement of Nubian. Amos with a Nubian? Hold on, we got Al-Shaka Amos over here with a Nubian. Well, let's see what they said. Then Al-Khabay came to justify, and he sailed south to Kush to enlarge the borders of Egypt, doing something wicked, right? It says his majesty smoked the Nubian boatmen in the midst of the army. They were carried off in fetters, none missing, the fleeing destroyed as if they had never been. Now let me show you something. You see this right here? This indicates choke. If you look here, I got from Rutgers University a piece of paper that I got from a professor who teaches measurement at Rutgers University. And it goes down to grammar points right here. The Nubian can't have Amos at the first. Why would you be a Nubian on the side of Amos first? Let's move forward.
you ask me on a very intellectual day, you know what I mean by on a very intellectual day, if I were to presume that the person that I'm speaking to can be trusted for me to have a high frequency communication, then I wouldn't use no chaser when I tell you that there are no Egyptian gods. I will tell you that. Okay? And that's part of the mythos. Now, I would express that they are Egyptian gods to the laity. I would express that to the laity. And the reason why I would express that to the laity would be through the convenience. It would be through the convenience of conversation. Right? And then I would work my way up to the point that I would work my way up to the point to get to you right now. Right? So right now, I'm under the presumption that you guys are scholars, or at least purport to be. I do have confidence in your abilities to do research, so I'm going to tell you something that you may not have heard before, and I'm going to let you know that there are no Egyptian gods. And if you question our Egyptian gods, right, I will still respond to your questions based on the context in which that question arises.
Now, I can't go into the rest of the videos, I want to save some time, but if you go back to the Ali Muhammad video, Brother Polight saying that there are star beings that was called gods, and they experienced every culture and civilization, including Kemet. So I'm going to show you this real quick. How much time I got? 5 minutes, let me work. Alright, look, definition. Oxford Dictionary online. Deify, worship, regard, and treat something or something as a god. Deity, divine status, quality, and nature. Divine, up from, or like God or God. But what's the God? A superhuman being or spirit worshipped as having power over nature or human fortune. A deity. Let's move forward. Zep-Tepi. I can't really get into this, but I want you to research Zep-Tepi, and you'll see that this is the oldest story in regards to the Anu cosmogony. And when you study this, you'll see the ancestors believe that their deified ancestors came from this primordial waters, right? But let me move forward. I can't really get too much of this. This right here tells you about who Ra is, but I have to go forward. And if you want to know about the real science behind ancient Kemet, look at these two books called The Cosmology and Controversy and The Activation Processes and Star Formation, because the waters of Noon is considered what's called a neutron soup. And if you know anything about science in regards to neutron soup, you know that it made it possible for stars to be formed. Let's move forward, man. This is like the Iliad. When you study the Iliad, you know the Iliad has to do with the ancestors that came before the Cometians, and it consisted of Ra, Shem, Nu, Tut, Tefnut, and then it went on to Seth, Asar, Oseth, Nephthys, and Nephthys and Heru, right? Now, I'm going to show you something interesting. Let's move forward. 3 minutes? All right. The Book of the Celestial Account, when you get a chance, read it, because what happens is you start from history to legend to myth as time goes on and you're not close to the original incident. So when this time happened, there wasn't writing. And by the time they started writing, it turned into a legend and myth though. Let's move forward. Who was Tafta Tahuti? Tahuti was the one entrusted after Ra went under, Ra went under the primordial waters in the Book of the Celestial Account. What happens is, Ra was the ruling Nasut. He was getting old, weak. And when he got old and weak, the people rebelled. When the people rebelled, he called the council of the Iliad. He said, what should we do? This is when he created Sekhmet, which is Hathor, and turned her into an eye to go destroy man. Once she destroyed man, he saw that she was too bloodthirsty. He tricked her with some wine, she turned back to Hathor. Why is this important? Because this is when Ra said, listen, now that man has died, I have to go into the underworld to create a system to get back to me. Follow me, y'all. Let's move forward. Tahuti was the one entrusted by Ra to bring the sciences to the people before he went to the underworld. Let's move forward. And you can go look at the Book of Thoth. The high priest or the top of Ra were the ones that was the holders of this information. And if you go where this obelisk is at, they have the underground tombs of these priests. Let's move forward. Lecture. I was trying to give y'all something from Reginald Muata Ashby. Anybody know who that is?
Yeah, we do.
And keep reading it right here. It tells you that he don't believe the same thing y'all believe when you talk about Necharu. Let's move forward. I can't go into it. People say, oh, that's mythos. All right, look at the Palermo stone. The Palermo stone don't only start with the dynastic kings. It goes to the pre-dynastic kings. And guess who is in there as the pre-dynastic kings? Red and Blue. But yet they don't exist. But why would they make a historical record of Palermo stone? They say, oh, that's just one. Let's go to the next one. The Turin Kingdoms also goes back to the pre-dynastic period, and it talks about, guess who? Heru, Tahuti, and Red. Let's move forward. The Nephthys Kings list also talks about the pre-dynastic period over 30,000 years before the dynasty of number was established. Move forward. The deification of the suit, when they so-called the suit. My question is, how does the suit have the ability to rule over a common man? Who gives him that authority? The sun? The trees? The birds? No, he's the son of Ray. Let's move forward. I'm going to show you. I want you to study Imperial Code. Go home, Google it, and you'll see what this is about. Move forward. What is the son of Ray title? The only way that the suits can rule is through a bloodline. And if Ray was just the son, then what blood did the suits have to rule? You can say, oh, I don't know what you're talking about. Let's move forward. I want to ask him a question. You can imagine that, right? All right, take a look at this. Again, Rutgers University. You can check it out. All right, look. Darn this is up there. It shows you the pintail duck, which means sun, right? And then you have the sun over here. Son, S-O-N, and then the son. When you syntax them together, you get the word of, which means possession, meaning son of Ray. Now, how come I got all of these stellars here, whether the suits are talking about they ruling on behalf of Ray? They're from the body of Ray. But yet, Ray is just nature. Let's move forward. The bond right to rule proven, the thutmose, the fourth dream stellar. Who do you think they thought was the first the power to rule? Or Marcus told him, if you get rid of the sand of the space, I'll make you king. And guess what? It was king. Let's move forward. Veneration of the day. How much time I got? All right, I ain't got a lot of time. But look. All these books that I have, I got about 10 of them here. Look at these books. I want y'all to look at this. This is my library at home. I don't play games with Egypt. Look at this. Y'all can go, it's on tape. Go back and look at these books and get your evidence. Look, if you want to do work on Polight, look at where he gets all of the sources from. Naturalistic, the God of the nature, by who? Dr. New York, the God in religion, is there God? And 360 questions to ask the Hebrew Israelite. Check that out.
Yo, hurry up, my brother. I need you to hurry up and set that up.